संग तेरे जिंदगी कितनी हंसी होगी, कितनी हंसी होगी। Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 28th of July 2022, 7:21 p.m. and today's vlog 19. 19 vlogs in a row, 19 videos in a row. That's consistency, bruh. First off, woke up at 5:30. We broke the streak for 2 days, 2 consecutive days. I woke up at 9 and that was very painful. But today, thankfully, we got back on track, and it's always just amazing to get up super early, because even if you don't end up like doing a lot of productive things, just thought or an idea or something very creative comes to your mind when in the silence of the morning. That's like truly amazing. But that just made an amazing script for Notion. Now I will quickly show you ITK Notion. Okay, I've played it. Now if I just press F1, it toggles open all the toggles of this page, which are quite a few, and then I can search whatever I want to. Let's say forever project. This is where I talked about forever project vlog number 8, and if I press F1 again, it will, oh no, not here. If I press F1 again, it will just collapse all of them. And the other one I made is a little more useful, so I can just, for example, vlog 19, wait, if I have to make for tomorrow's thing, I can just come in here and I can press in F3, and that makes a copy. So I just type in here 20, and it's made a copy of this particular thing, and it's opened things down for me. So I don't need this now. After 2 days, finally broke the distress. Now hoping to cover the backlog in Cubic Worlds. What do you call it? Spoilers. I didn't cover all of it, but not going to office today. Going to be a super productive one. Fingers crossed. All in all, it was a pretty productive day. 12:31. One thing I want to get rid of is the many unnecessary calls you're supposed to get on in a full-time job. I mean, it's fine because this is the solution to, or this is the replacement, or this is the kind of penalty or whatever. Something you have to give in return for work from home, and work from home is, I would say, pretty much a privilege. If it wasn't for COVID and it wasn't for the new normal being working from home, life would have been a nightmare having to travel to office every single day. So working from home is amazing, and the little cost that you have to pay for that is the few calls you get. So, but that is not very enjoyable. A significant amount of time was spent in the transition from DaVinci to Premiere Pro, and I could probably make a video about this on the main channel, because like me, there are a lot of people who'd be transitioning from Premiere Pro to DaVinci, if not now, in the years to come, because DaVinci is very promising and Premiere is not at all. I am trying to just note down my points so that like later it helps me. Key differences, this is important, is when you alt scroll up or down. By the way, I did make sure that my workflow is there inside DaVinci now. So Premiere shortcuts, I can do Q and D like I edit inside Premiere. That happens with DaVinci as well. The only difference, the problem that I felt, was this part. Timeline playback auto scrolling to smooth scroll, you can do that inside Premiere's timeline preferences. The equivalent to that is the inside DaVinci's lock playhead, but it is not to be found in the edit page. It's in the cut page and the Fairlight or Starlight, the sound design page, which is strange, like why not? But that is one big hurdle that I saw. Other than that, when you alt scroll up or down on the video or audio tracks inside Premiere, it simply makes big or small that particular track, and if you shift and scroll up and down, it makes all the video or audio tracks proportionally up and down. The first thing doesn't work inside DaVinci. You cannot just make one track big, or maybe there is a way to make that big, but alt scroll is certainly not doing that. There's only shift scroll, which I think makes sense like in the grand scheme of things. Playhead follows selection. There's just a setting that you enable. So I am currently in a position where I can actually edit videos inside DaVinci, but I'm not going to do that yet, even for In the Khud, because I have to spend some time understanding, obviously, color correction, because that has to be done inside in DaVinci now. Other than that, how can I make presets, or like we have Mogarts for Premiere, how can I do that for DaVinci? Or is there a way I can use After Effects templates inside DaVinci? I'm sure there is no way. So you'll have to make it up like from scratch inside of Fusion, which is DaVinci's version of After Effects. Now that I know After Effects, understanding Fusion isn't going to be that difficult. Also, the entire node-based structure is not very difficult to understand, because I am a bit familiar with nodes inside Blender, which is why I will probably take, I think, a week, but shouldn't be a long time before I can completely start on editing my videos inside DaVinci. Premiere has been my go-to tool for editing for so long that I cannot just snap fingers and get it out of my workflow. It'll take time for it to completely go out, but I can see, like, I can can very positively see the future being only DaVinci to edit most of my videos, and which is very nice, which is very good. Okay, I have one toggle for improving in the code. YouTube videos now have no chapters, just an added thing which was wasting time, so I decided otherwise. Even for the timeline script, it is going to be the most beneficial for the long-term tutorials on the main channel, where there's a lot of information one needs an index effectively to navigate through the content. Not needed for in the code blocks, just an added detail which can be avoided. Cubic worlds, I did this part, make instances real. I think I saw the lighting video and the one after that as well. So come out of local view, not actually needed. Control A, you don't right click and make instances real. You Control A and then make instances real. Made a custom shortcut right inside Blender, press F1, right click on a collection, select objects. Okay, Blender is such a beautiful software. Any command inside Blender, you can just right click and assign a shortcut to it, or add it to quick favorites, which is why Blender is a productivity beast and I love it with all my heart. And if you add auto hotkey to it, then the sky is the limit. Then apply all modifiers, visual geometry to mesh, and for all set origin to geometry, affect only origin, add it to quick favorites menu. Then bring the anchor point down to where things need to be popping out from in the final animation, that all the scaling in the end will be happening in the Z direction. This for head collection, continue with others in a later session. Other than that, the full day was a full-time job day. I haven't written it here, but if Premiere is open, no it's not. I rendered all of those videos out, quite a few renders done today on the machine for the Chairi feedback, and I haven't got any update as such on what that is. Even tomorrow is probably gonna go and getting these edits out, but for the most part they're done. Other than that, there was this scene today where I had to, so one of my team members, Joel, he was facing an issue with one of the GSMs, so like the head of the solutions. It's like a recurrent theme with that team and having issues to deal with. So first of all, I addressed how the video could be made better, but then there was a persistent thing about emojis and placement of emojis, so I went a little strong like I usually do, and I wrote a message which said, why is emoji placement such a big deal? As long as the message is getting communicated, no viewer cares if it's on the left, right, diagonal, etc. And that abruptly just ended the conversation there. I know, as a matter of fact, even if I am confronting somebody, which is very important in a lot of cases, because if you don't confront, you are gonna suffer. I'm just brutally honest and straightforward in whatever I say, without any emojis, without any buttering. I just say what I want to say, but in a very non-insulting way, like in a very decent, polite way. That's just my style. Like, people have to get used to it, because that's just my style of leading the team. Like, I know, and it's not just because it's my team, but I know each one of my team members is very hardworking and they have the potential. No matter what, I'm going to be standing by them and not against them. I'll be there to like guide and give suggestions and improvements on how video can be made better, but it's never going to be me against my team. It's always going to be me for my team. That was a bit of a rant. We've exceeded 11 minutes. No constraints followed. Thank you so much for being in the code. Kind of a productive day. Now, today's Aviri's birthday, my nephew. So we'll probably be going there now. So I have to quickly edit this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.